As usual, I've got everything I need out ready. Let's take a look. I have my carrot, my grater to grate the carrot, my mug of course, self-raising flour, oil. I've chosen olive oil. I've chosen maple syrup as my sweetener. I have my allspice. I've chosen to have walnuts. Obviously don't have them if you're allergic. And currants. Got my baking powder, a bowl to mix in, tablespoon, teaspoon, my fork for mixing some of my ingredients, and because I'm having nuts, I have a mortar and pestle to crush them up. And I have my milk. For my first step, I need to mix my milk, maple syrup, oil and grated carrot all in together. I need 2 tablespoons of grated carrot, so I'm going to start grating. It's 1 full tablespoon. See if I can fit another one in. 2 tablespoons. Now 3 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2, 3. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, or honey or sugar, whatever you've chosen. 1 tablespoon. And 1 tablespoon of oil. Use your fork to mix together. I need 1 pinch of mixed spice. So you need to have dry hands for this one. Open it up. I'm just going to get a little pinch between my fingers and put it in. Now it's time for the flour and the baking powder. I had to wash my tablespoon so that it was clean, ready to use again. I need 4 tablespoons of self-raising flour. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we keep it nice and flat, full to the top but nice and flat. That's number 3. And number 4. And I also need 1/4 teaspoon of baking flour. So I've got my quarter measurement. And it's time to mix it really, really well until it just looks like a normal cake mixture. When it's looking nice and smooth, except for the carrots of course, you are ready for the next step. Okay, there's my mixture all nice and smooth, looking like a cake mixture. And you don't need to add anything else to that, but if you want to, you can add 1 teaspoon of dried fruit. I'm using currants for a little bit of extra flavour. And if you want to, and you're not allergic, you can add 1 teaspoon of crushed nuts. 1 teaspoon's not very much, so I'm just going to put a small amount into my bowl. Use my mortar and pestle to bang, 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 bang. There you go. I'll show you. See, I've got them looking very small. I'm going to measure. 1 teaspoon into my mixture, and it's time to stir. that's everything for the cake mixture. I chose to put it in a glass bowl so that you could see. If you haven't been mixing yours up in your mug, then now's the time to scrape it into that mug. Okay, it's ready to go, but I'm not going to cook it yet. I'm just going to put it aside and leave it there while I make my icing, and I'll cook it when my icing's ready. Now it's time to make the icing sugar, and again I've got everything I need. I've got my mixing bowl, my spoon to mix with, my measuring spoons, tablespoon, teaspoon. I've got my lemon, butter, sugar, and my grate. I'm going to start by putting in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. To do that, I'm just going to cut a little bit of the lemon off and squeeze it into a teaspoon until I have a whole teaspoonful. In it goes. Next, I want half a teaspoon of lemon zest, which is the lemon rind. To collect that, I just grate it. This is going to give a nice tangy flavour to your icing. Collect, and I just want half a teaspoon, so I'm going to half fill my teaspoon. There we go. It's not full, just half full. And in it goes. Next, I want a half a tablespoon of soft butter. Soft butter makes it easier to mix, so I'm just going to half fill my tablespoon measuring spoon. There we go. And it goes. Now I'm going to clean this because I need to put in 2 tablespoons of icing mixture next. My tablespoon's now clean and dry, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of icing mixture. 1, 2. And mix it up until it's nice and smooth. I'm using a spoon because it helps to squish the icing and the butter together. Okay, that looks ready. Now, it's not very much mixture, is it? But that's because we're only making 1 cupful of cake, so we don't need a lot of mixture. Okay, now that I have my cake mixture ready and my icing mixture, I'm going to put my cake into the microwave for 1 minute, and when it comes out, I'm going to put the icing straight on and it'll melt all over it. Be just delicious. One minute. Time to check my cake and see if it's ready. Now, can you see this is still a little bit gooey on the top? It needs more time. So I'm going to put it in for another 10 seconds and check on it. If it's ready, then I'll eat it, and if not, I'll put it in for another 10 seconds. Okay, I've taken it out a second time. It feels cooked on the top. I'll show you how to test and see if it's cooked all the way. I've got a bamboo stick, poke it in the middle, and if it comes out gluggy and sticky, then it's not cooked. But I've just got cake crumbs on that, so I think that's ready. Here comes the second best bit. The best bit is eating it. The second best bit is putting the icing on. So I'm going to put my icing straight on my nice warm cake. Going to spread it around. Can you see that it's sort of melting on top? It'll almost turn out like a nice sauce over the top of our cake. And that is ready to eat. I'm going to dish mine up into a plate so you can see what it looks like. Oh, and it looks sensational. Oh, yum. Kind of looks like a pudding. The icing on top. I'm going to share, so that's why I'm putting it into 2 bowls. There you go. Nice, hot carrot cake with drizzly, saucy, warm icing. Yum.